The 80-20 principle says that 80% of the results come from 20% of the efforts. In reality, you often need to know just one thing to achieve extraordinary results. Self-discipline is no different. It can also be simplified to one concept: automating your behaviors. You don't need any more self-discipline than you have now if you learn how to establish new habits in your life. Default actions you take when tempted to lose sight of your long-term goals. Imagine you're on a diet and someone offers you a chocolate bar. Your long-term goal is to lose weight and become healthier. But the temptation staring straight in your face, a delicious bomb of sugar, lures you in almost as if it meant your death if you didn't eat it. You wriggle and squirm, trying to draw from your willpower and say no. 2 minutes later, if not sooner, the chocolate bar is gone. After all, what the hell? One chocolate bar won't screw up your diet, right? The next time someone offers you a chocolate bar, you won't be able to resist again. Soon you'll drop your diet and go back to your regular eating habits. All because you haven't developed an automated reaction to someone offering you a chocolate bar. Now imagine your behavior is automated. You followed the 80-20 principle and introduced a habit in your life. At the sight of a chocolate bar, you become self-aware of your craving. But instead of giving in, you recognize the craving for what it is. A detour that will take you away from your long-term goal. You remind yourself you can eliminate the craving by eating a piece of fruit. All of it happens in an instant. It's as natural to you as brushing your teeth right after you wake up. You don't need to exert your self-discipline to do it, do you? Congratulations, your automated behavior has prevented you from breaking your resolutions. Self-discipline starts with habits. Research shows it takes anywhere from 18 days to 254 days to form a new habit. On average, it takes a little more than 2 months, 66 days, to make a new behavior automatic. Each day you repeat the behavior you intend to automate, you need less discipline to make it stick. 66 days later, it takes little discipline to maintain the habit. It becomes your automatic behavior. Charles Duhigg, the author of The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business, breaks down a habit into 3 elements: cue, action, and reward. If your cue is the sight of a chocolate bar in the store, your action is eating it, and your reward is the sweet taste of chocolate in your mouth. Your brain follows a simple plan. When it sees the cue, it makes you perform the action, usually with little awareness, in order to get the reward it craves. Fortunately, we can use the exact same process to form positive habits and make our behaviors automated. We can also make changes to our existing bad habits and transform them into good ones. To take the example with the chocolate bar, let's assume it's your craving for something sweet that drives you to eat it. The next time you get a craving to eat a candy bar, replace it with an apple. The first time you'll modify your behavior will be the hardest. That's when your self-discipline is needed the most. Once you repeat the same behavior several times, it will get easier and easier to replace the bar with an apple. Several weeks later, you will grab an apple at the sight of a chocolate bar. It will become your new default. You won't even think twice about making a different choice. Developing new habits is the essence of self-discipline, but there's a better way to introduce new habits than doing it one by one. Focus on Keystone Habits. Charles Duhigg talks in his book about Keystone Habits, patterns that lead to the transformation of several other areas of life. Unsurprisingly, one of the most powerful habits that lead to changing other patterns is regular physical activity. Studies show that regular physical activity may lead to reduced overeating, smoking, alcohol consumption, and risk-taking. Consequently, just one change in your daily routine can help you introduce numerous other healthy changes with little to no resistance. Positive things just happen and transform your life. Just like in the example in the cited research, exercise has also made me a better person. When I started weightlifting, I went from a weak and overweight person with an unhealthy diet to a healthy, strong, and fit male. Today, all the little unhealthy habits that were a part of my life before I started exercising don't exist anymore. It's even better than that. I have a natural resistance to go back to an unhealthy diet or other bad habits that used to rule my life. When someone offers me a bag of potato chips, I don't need any discipline to say no. It's just not a part of my new personality to eat it. Another keystone habit that can help you make changes in your life with much less discipline than tackling each of them separately is food journaling. Research shows that people who journal their intake of food ate less and made healthier choices. Besides the habit of writing down what they ate during the day, none of the participants was encouraged to change any other habits. The change, as in the case of exercise, happened naturally. I also used food journaling to keep track of what I ate. It helped me understand the amount of energy and nutrients each food provides, and how to use it either to lose weight or to build muscle. Both exercising and food journaling are two keystone habits that can transform your life. But what if you already have a healthy diet and exercise regularly? Keystone habits don't stop at just these two behaviors. You can apply Duhigg's findings into any other area of your life and look for other keystone habits. Here are some potential keystone habits you can develop in your life and expect a positive chain reaction. Meditation. There are at least 20 scientifically proved benefits of meditation that carry over to all areas of life. Waking up earlier. Even waking 15 minutes earlier can bring a huge change in your life by letting you start your day with less stress and in no hurry. Reduced tension in the morning can help you improve your relationships with other people and become more effective at work. Trying a new thing every single day, stepping outside your comfort zone and doing things you have never done before will help you discover new hobbies, meet new people, and face your fears. Saving money. No matter what you think about money and happiness, a couple months of savings can make only positive changes in your life, leading to decreased stress and more financial safety that spills over to other aspects of life. Expressing gratitude for things you're thankful for. Studies show that writing down 3 things that went well on a given day led to steady increases in happiness. All of these keystone habits share one powerful trait. They create a ripple effect of positive change in your life without requiring constant effort or willpower. Instead of trying to control every small behavior, you simply focus on changing a few foundational habits, and everything else naturally begins to shift. The key is to start with simple but high-impact changes. Once you build a system of positive habits, self-discipline no longer feels like a burden. It becomes a natural part of who you are.